Hello students, today we'll do the chapter Birth written by A.J. Cronin from the book Snapshots. This chapter is about the birth of a child, how a stillborn baby becomes alive due to the efforts of doctor. So let's start summary of the chapter. Andrew Manson had just completed his study of medicine. He began his medical practice as an assistant to Dr. Edward Pace in a small town of Ballinelly. He loved a girl, Christine, but his experience was disappointing. It was nearly midnight when he reached Bringore. He found Joe Morgan waiting for him. Joe had been married for nearly 20 years and now his wife was expecting her first child. So, chapter starts with Andrew Manson, recently out of medical school, who had an argument with his girlfriend named Christine. Also, his mood was very low while returning home. At home, he saw Joe Morgan, who was persistently waiting for him, as his wife was expecting the first birth of his first child after 20 years of their marriage. So, a doctor was therefore necessary for the delivery. Joe had been waiting there for an hour. The labor pains had begun before time. So, when Andrew Manson came back to his home, Joe was waiting for him for last 1 hour, and the labor pain had started before time, before due date. So, Andrew Manson took his bag and moved towards number 12 Belina Terrace, Joe's house. The doctor had never imagined that night would influence his whole future in that town. That was the first case of Andrew Manson as a doctor, and which influenced his future in the town. Joe drew up short. He refused to enter the door. As they reached there, Doctor went inside the house and Joe kept standing outside only. He refused to go inside. Inside, a narrow stair led up to a small bedroom, lit only with an oil lamp. Beside the patient, there were two other women. The tall woman of nearly 70 was Joe's mother-in-law. The other stout and elderly woman was a midwife. So when Andrew Manson went there, he saw two women standing there. One was Joe's mother-in-law and another was midwife. Midwife is the lady who helps in delivery. Joe's mother offered to make a cup of tea for the doctor. She was wise in experience. She realized that the delivery might take some time. She was afraid that the doctor would leave the case, saying that he would return later. Andrew assured her that he won't run away. So when doctor reached there, Joe's mother-in-law offered doctor cup of tea, and because the case was critical, labor pain started before due date, so she was thinking that doctor will not take the case, he will refuse. But doctor assured her that he is not going to run away. He will definitely look after the patient and will take the case in his hands. He drank the tea down in the kitchen. He was tense. He knew that the case would demand all his attention. He made up his mind to remain there until everything was over. So, He drank tea, he took tea there in the kitchen and was thinking about the case. He was tensed also, and but he was determined that he will definitely look after the case and will do his best. Andrew went upstairs an hour later, noted the progress made, and came down to the kitchen once more. Only the wall clock was making a dull soft sound. Joe Morgan was passing in the street outside. So after an hour, Andrew Manson went upstairs to notice the progress, but it was not that much. Uh, the birth would still take time. So he again came downstairs and sit over there, and there was absolute silence all around. Only the clock sound could be heard. His thoughts were heavy and muddled. He was thinking of cases where marriages were dismal failures. He stretched out his legs thoughtfully. Now, Andrew Manson was lost in thoughts. He was thinking about the failures of marriages, as he was already disappointed with Christine because they had an argument. So his thoughts were overpowering him and he was stretching out his legs. The old lady wanted to know if giving chloroform to the expectant mother could be harmful. Andrew assured her that the anesthetic won't do any harm. So then the old lady inquired, will chloroform do any harm to the mother or not? And then Andrew assured her that it will not do any harm to the lady. It was 3:30 when Andrew heard the nurse call. He went up to the bedroom. He saw that he might now begin his work. An hour passed. After a long, hard struggle, the child was born, but lifeless. So, it was around 3:30 when Andrew went up again, and he noted the progress and he started his work. After an hour, child took birth, but it was lifeless. It was stillborn. The child didn't have life. It was not breathing. Andy was horrified to see the still child. His face chilled suddenly. There were two options before him: to save the child or the mother, who too was in a critical state. Now, when he looked at the child and he heard that child is stillborn, he was horrified because it was his first case and he was thinking that it is a defeat of him. And now mother and child both were in critical state. So now dilemma was what to do, either first look after the child or the mother. Blindly he gave the child to the nurse and turned his attention to Susan Morgan. She lay collapsed, almost pulseless. Then he hurriedly gave the child to the nurse and started treating the mother. She was still. He gave an injection and worked furiously until her heart strengthened. And he tried his best to strengthen a mother's heart, or after a short while, "Where's the child?" he asked the midwife. She had placed the child under the bed. In a flash, he knelt down and pulled. Body was white. The umbilical cord had been cut badly. The limb seemed boneless. So after treating the mother, when she recovered, he turned his attention towards the baby and he asked, "Where is the child?" So midwife had put the child under the bed. He took the baby out and he saw that baby's body was absolutely white and it was lifeless. He understood it was asphyxia. Andrew's mind raced back to case he once had seen and the treatment used there. He asked for hot water and cold water and basins too. He laid the child on a blanket and began the method of respiration. So as he looked at the child, he remembered a case he had experienced and the treatment also the given there. He asked to get hot and cold water and two basins and he started his respiration method and he started his efforts to make the child alive. Like some juggler, he first put the child into the icy cold water and then into the steaming hot water. 15 minutes passed. He was all sweat and panting. So, when he got hot and cold water, he started putting the child one by one into the water, hot and cold, and 15 minutes passed with the same process, and he was sweating badly because of the hard work he was doing to make the child alive. And he was feeling a sense of defeat and hopelessness. The midwife was watching him in dismay and astonishment. The old woman stood there leaning against the wall. He remembered how keen she was to have a grandchild. So as he was working hard to make the child alive, but there was, child was not taking any breath. So all his efforts were, going in vain. He was thinking he was now having a sense of defeat. He was very disappointing. And when he looked at the face of the old lady, he seriously felt very bad because the old lady was very keen to have a grandchild. The floor was in a mess. His own hands were wet and slippery. He almost dropped the child like a white fish. The midwife observed that the child was stillborn, but Andrew did not heed her. He still made another attempt to revive the child. So now everything was scattered there. Floor was mess, and by the time Andrew Manson's hands were also very wet and slippery. As he was holding the child, he almost dropped it because of the slippery hands, but somehow he managed to hold the child. And midwife was also observing all the efforts made by doctor, but still there was no improvement in the child. It was still stillborn, lifeless. Then Dr. Andrew made another efforts to revive the child. He rubbed it with a rough towel, pressed and released its chest with both hands, and then, as by a miracle, he felt a short moment, him almost faint. He redoubled his efforts. This time, what Andrew Manson does, he rubbed the body of the child with rough towel and pressed baby's chest with his hands. And with this method, with these efforts, child, he felt a moment in the body of the child. And with this sight, as he felt that there is moment in the child's body, so he started his efforts more powerfully, and he redoubled his efforts to make the child alive. The child was gasping now. A bubble of mucus came from one tiny nostril. The limbs were no longer boneless. The white skin slowly turned pink, and finally the child cried. And with all these efforts, finally what happens? Child takes a drift, a bubble came out of the baby's nose, and finally child started crying, and the white body slowly turned into pink. Andrew handed the child to midwife. He felt weak and dazed. The room lay in mess. The old lady was praying without sound. Suzanne was slowly getting out of the effect of anesthetic. So now Dr. Andrew had a sigh of relief that finally he had made the child alive. Then he handed the child to midwife, and by the time he had done much hard work, so he was feeling very weak. And the old lady was also praying over there, and Suzanne was also recovering. So he handed the child to midwife and left. Andrew pulled on his jacket and went downstairs. Outside, Joe stood on the porment with a tense face. "Both all right," Andrew told him. So, taking his jacket, as Andrew went downstairs, and though Joe was waiting there, he was standing, and as he went to Joe, he told him that both means baby and mother both are all right. And Andrew went away from there. It was already on the 5 o'clock. A few miners of the first night shift were already on the street. Andrew kept thinking blindly that he had after all done something real at last. So by the time it was already 5 o'clock, it was the morning of the next day, and people started coming out of their houses. Few people were already walking in the streets, and Andrew had a sense of relief that finally he had done something good, something real, and he was happy. That was the summary of the chapter Birth. Hope you all got the summary properly. Thank you.